All right, saw this story. Bill Belichick is now going on a sympathy tour. Bill Belichick unfairly treated in the Dynasty documentary. Oh, boy. Here's a story. According to ESPN reporter Don Van Natta, Seth Wickersham, Jeremy Fowler. The piece explains Belichick and Jerry Jones, the Cowboy job's the one he wants. If he took a job, it would be that one. Here's why. Belichick and Jerry Jones are both in win-now mode, and they're longtime friends. Secondly, Belichick told a friend that he liked the idea of sticking it to the crafts by working for Jerry. So first of all, Dallas is not a good fit for Bill. First of all, part of the success in New England was Brady consistently, his entire career, taking pay cuts. Dak's not taking them, and he is, in fact, overpaid. Brady was underpaid his entire time in New England. Dak is overpaid. Secondly, according to this story, this is just about screwing the crafts. Never take a job out of grievance. And the third thing is, Robert Kraft meddled one time on Jimmy Garoppolo. It drove Belichick nuts. Jerry Jones is listed as the Cowboys general manager. Goes on radio and talks about it. Post-game talks about it. Not going to work. So, but the bigger picture is I'm supposed to be sympathetic for Bill because he's being picked on by the Krafts. Clearly, according to this story, neither side is in love with the other. The relationship soured. And I'm not taking sides. It clearly soured. But if this is true, and I trust Don Van Natta, Jeremy Fowler, Wickersham, these people do reputable work for 20-plus years, relationship's not good. And as I've always said, the winner writes the chapters, the final chapters, in the book, and the Krafts own the team, and they get to fire a coach, not vice versa. But Belichick is not being unfairly picked on. Nobody picked on Bobby Knight. Yeah, that kid's throat didn't run into his hand. Bobby threw the chair, nobody else. Nobody picked on Bobby. Bobby's reality was created by Bobby, and so was Bill. This New England roster, which next to Carolina is the biggest hot mess in the league, that's Bill's roster. He took over the draft days 7 years ago, and this is what you have. No receivers, no speed, almost no elite players. That's Bill's roster. So increasingly, he wasn't collaborative. He's clearly petty and a grudge holder, 72 years old, couldn't get along with Peter King, wouldn't talk to him 17 years. Peter King talks to everybody. So I know, fake news, but, Bill's a bit of a grudge holder. According to this, he has grievance, wasn't highly collaborative at the end. But I'm sorry. I watched the documentary when players like Wes Welker came out and said it was uncomfortable to watch the relationship between Bill and Tom, and that Tom Brady looked like an abused dog. Multiple Patriot players said on camera. A lot of people say things not on camera. Said on camera. Yeah, it was uncomfortable. It was like uncomfortable how the best quarterback ever was treated. You want me to believe and be sympathetic to Belichick, who I think was a great coach, but his reputation is wholly earned. And that's why he's not getting jobs. You can rule with an iron fist when you're winning. You lose the GOAT, Greg Popovich, Bill Belichick. A lot of guys they're not going to play nice. They're not going to play nice. No sympathy here. You earned what you're getting. J-Mac with the news.
No.
Turn on the news. This is the Herdline News.
All right, Colin, let's start with some crummy news in the NBA. Jimmy Butler will miss several weeks after suffering a right MCL injury in last night's loss. Oh, man, he was injured at the end of the first quarter, kept playing like a warrior that he is. You could tell in the fourth quarter he wasn't good to go when the offense had to run through Tyler Hero. Butler, the real heart and soul of this Miami Heat team. The Heat host the Bulls Friday for the final playoff spot in the East. I got to say, Heat are really banged up.
Yeah.
Rozier, Butler. I don't know that they're a lock to beat this Bulls team.
No, I think I watched the Bulls twice live, probably watched them 10 times on the year. Chicago's got good players. They don't have a great player, though Kobe White played great last night. But it's DeMar DeRozan's a good B-plus player. Kobe White last night was an A player. He's a B player. Chicago's got a good coach. What they do is the coach knows what they do well and what they don't. They avoid what they don't do well. And my take is Chicago is a really great player away from being an interesting team. They have good players. And right now, good, healthy players is going to beat Miami's one really good, healthy player.
So they have had a great player, Zach LaVine. He's hurt. I know you don't think he's great. I do. And now it gets worse. Like Alex Caruso of the Bulls, he's also going to miss this game. Like, this is just, it stinks. Zion goes down. Jimmy Butler, you guys can scoff at Caruso. He's an important player, a very good defender.
I'm taking Chicago. What's the line, by the way?
I have not seen it since the Butler news, but I would assume it's going to be close. I don't know that there's any edge there. I'm just still ticked off at the Hawks. Maybe that's why I was being so harsh on Trae Young. Bet their season win total over the last 2 years because I believed in that backcourt and they could not deliver. I'll stick in the NBA. Next up, Klay Thompson, future Laker. Just kidding. His future with the Warriors is up in the air. He's a free agent. Steph, Draymond, and Steve Kerr have made it clear they want him to stay with the Warriors. And during Klay's exit interview, he said it feels good to have the support of his guys.
It means a lot. I mean, we've been through the highest of highs and lows. Whether it's losing a championship, winning a championship, missing the playoffs, we've been through everything together. So that does mean a lot, and makes me grateful to have the times I've had with them. Like, done some pretty historic stuff.
I know you kind of poo-pooed it, but I'm just saying, if LeBron can get Klay Thompson to come to the Lakers and he's throwing to Klay Thompson in the corner as opposed to Taurean Prince, which is what it is now, and you've got Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell, and Klay Thompson, you got a really good thing with the Lakers. I don't think they're that far away. Remember, Western Conference Finals last year.
So you're going to pay $20 million for Klay with the Lakers.
Let's see if Klay's ticked off enough and vengeful enough that he'll take a little less to play with LeBron in the Lake. Remember, his dad, former Laker, won some titles.
You think Klay Thompson makes the Lakers good enough to beat Denver or Boston or Dallas?
Well, I mean, again, you add one more shooter playing with LeBron and AD.
Oh, I see. Another aging player with injury problems. Don't we have a few of those with the Lakers? Wouldn't it be nice to have a young guy in his prime? What are you, an ageist? You don't like old NBA players? Listen, we all have. I mean, I'm dealing with that now. You get older, stuff breaks. I mean, the Lakers don't need another old player who gets hurt. That's the last thing they need. Everybody in the West has a great 20-year-old. Every single good team has one, except the Clippers and the Lakers. Well, okay, so Klay with the Warriors was basically their number 2 offensive threat, right? After Curry? I mean, it wasn't Wiggins. So now Klay goes from being the number 2, the burden, can he make shots, to, what is he, the 5th guy in the Lakers? LeBron, AD, Austin Reeves is better, let's be real, and D'Angelo Russell's younger. So Klay goes from being the 2 with pressure to being the 5? Klay averaged almost 24 a game in April. He's better than Austin Reeves. I don't know what you have against Austin Reeves. Can we get him on the show? Like, he is a two-way player, okay? He's a great creator getting in the lane. Great. He's a really great... Okay. Wow. Again, do the Lakers need old, expensive players who get hurt? No, it's the opposite of what they need. They need young, energetic playmakers who can play 37 minutes because LeBron is old and AD is old for his age. They need youth and playmakers. So Trae Young is both. Klay as kind of a Porzingis. Remember, you loved the move. Porzingis going from like a 1 or 2 or 3 in Dallas to now 7-2. But Porzingis on his good nights is unstoppable. He also gives me a unicorn physically. I mean, he can't defend anybody. Well, half the league doesn't defend. That's fair. You're giving me a 7-2 guy who can hit threes, drive. Porzingis is better than Klay right now. I would agree.